I am a grown-ass man. I am 24. It's rare to catch me cry or shed tears for many fictional media. I love fictional media, just look at my channel name. But not that many shows or movies make me cry, and I can only list off a handful that have. You guys see my name or my content, you know I'm a big Mario fan. You can only imagine how unbelievably happy I am right now after seeing that second trailer for the Mario movie. I grew up with Mario since I was around 5 or 6, starting with Mario Sunshine, and the vast majority of Mario games since I grew up with. If this trailer and this movie came out when I was around that age, I'd be screaming and jumping for joy like it's Christmas morning. I am a grown-ass man who saw that second trailer and was on the brink. I was so close to crying. The serotonin levels and dopamine spikes are stupid high watching that trailer. I am floored at how incredible and amazing the Super Mario Bros. Movie keeps looking. My confidence since the first trailer was already very high. Not only did it just get much higher, but I can already tell this is likely a movie I'm gonna be the biggest bitch baby crying over in theaters. I'll get into the nitty gritty, but this movie completely feels like, ignoring that obviously Nintendo and Illumination are behind it, Nintendo specifically, this movie was made by Mario fans for Mario fans to the highest degree. There's so much Mario lore, Mario things, Mario architecture, set pieces, characters, etc. And so many games and stuff referenced, making up the characters, the movie, the story and such, that I just had the dopiest grin on my face after that reaction. This is an actual Mario movie. They are going all in. They are referencing a lot of stuff. There's multiple worlds, power-ups throughout, characters like Peach being incredibly more involved than we often see of her. This breathed-in, fresh, real world. I'm so incredibly excited and so glad. We're probably gonna get the best video game movie, and it's insane the development going from originally hearing about this project to where we are now. And before I do dive into more specifics, not only do I believe this movie's gonna slap incredibly hard, not only do I know this movie's gonna go incredibly hard, this movie's probably gonna kickstart and revolutionize gaming adaptations all the way. We've seen Detective Pikachu in the Sonic films. They're both either really good or just regularly good or great depending on the film, but we've seen this before with Nintendo and Mario. They revolutionized and set the standard for platformers since Super Mario Bros. 1 on NES. Then Mario 64 with 3D platformers and most 3D games, and every game after that perfected their respective formulas. I think this Mario movie's gonna reap very similar influences for the future. Nintendo's gonna take on more animated projects with more of their IPs, including Mario. Other companies, gaming and film, are gonna make more film productions, adapting more video games into such, and the Super Mario Bros. Movie is going to be the hard, singular standard to point to and be used as a frame of reference and inspiration for more game-to-film adaptations. I still believe Sonic 2 was the first big game movie that should be the standard, personally, but the Mario movie is totally going to push it as a standard and be a bigger influence between the facts. Mario is much bigger than Sonic. Mario's basically gaming's Mickey Mouse, and there is so much Mario stuff in this movie, worlds, characters, logic, set pieces, obstacles, etc., and it still looks amazing, cool, epic, dramatic, gorgeous, serious, funny, just like it's treating itself like a serious project, like it's a movie that respects the heck out of the Mario brand and universe, and it wants to go above and beyond in being a Mario movie. This movie is going to be that standard for the vast majority of people interested in movies at all, but I also have zero doubt in my mind this movie is going to be the highest grossing video game film, is going to be a cultural impact on some level, and get a ton of older people back into Mario and more younger, newer moviegoers into the Mario games from this movie too. I'm so happy, dude. I am stupidly giddy over this movie right now. I'm not looking forward to anything else next year nearly as much as this movie. I'm going to see this movie with like 50 people dead ass. I'm at least gonna try, and I am legit anticipating me crying like an absolute crazed fanboy buffoon because I know I'm gonna enjoy this movie so much. Side note, Nintendo, Illumination, thank you very much for dropping this trailer today because now I do not have to watch the Game Awards. They saved Nintendo and Mario fans the trouble of wasting hours for a 2-minute trailer. Thank you, I don't have to watch the Game Awards. They just saved me a couple hours. So the trailer, oh my god, dude, that trailer, incredible. The first teaser trailer was great, and it still is. Bro, the second one made the first one look like very, very bad. It's not, but man, 10 times better than that last one. This trailer was incredible. We got the entire main cast, we got glimpses at obstacle courses, other lands and worlds, Peach being the biggest star of the trailer, Luigi, Donkey Kong, Cranky Kong, all these side characters, items, power-ups, locations, gorgeous-ass imagery, and set pieces. This is definitely the trailer to sell people on going to this movie. That, and just look back on how we got to this point from where we started. A lot of us were dying at seeing Chris Pratt casted as Mario, Seth Rogen DK, Charlie Day Luigi, Jack Black Bowser, trying to wrap our heads around it. Before that, wrapping around whether or not a Mario movie can work to a high/satisfactory or above satisfactory degree. But now, we have these two trailers saying, yeah, screw it, we're making this an actual movie. We're treating it like an actual Mario movie, with actual stakes, characters and such, while catering a lot to Mario fans and make it work within the context of the movie and still be great. We're tying in Super Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong Country, Mario Kart, Yoshi's Island, all into one Mario movie and making it an amazing Mario movie. Miyamoto's producing a Mario movie with all of this, giving Peach a personality, linking all of these Mario games, worlds, and characters together, and more. And people still want to pretend he hates stories or is anti-narrative? Come on, come on. Now we've seen all these actors and actresses play their parts, for the most part, and at least most of them are doing fantastic jobs with their role. Anya Taylor-Joy, she killed it with Peach. I knew Charlie Day was going to kill it with Luigi, already with Jack Black Bowser. The little bit of Seth Rogen DK, I don't remember if I heard him actually talk, at least based off the design. I'm pretty sure it's safe to assume it'll look like he can make it work very well with DK. The only criticism I think me and most people have still Chris Pratt as Mario, but even then, personally, I think in most contexts, it can still work, and Mario himself will still likely be a great character in this movie. At the very least though, Chris, I think you're a great actor, and I know the angle they're going with for Mario as far as his voice. I'll get to that much later. I don't think you can do a Mario Wahoo to save your life. I'm sorry, dude. That's my only critique. That's my only critique as far as this movie and for Chris Pratt. I don't mind the voice. The Wahoo was a little weak, though. Everything else about the voice work, though, is just fine or fantastic as far as the rest of the cast. But oh my god, where do we even begin? There were posters and promo art leaked right before this trailer dropped, too. There's so much to talk about. Oh, I know. Nintendo, how are you gonna go and make Princess Goddamn Peach hype? How are you gonna make Peach hype? Forgetting I made a whole character and plot analysis video over 2 weeks ago. Forget I'm the Paper Mario guy that knows Peach is a great character in the first 3 games, especially Super, in Mario + Rabbids, in Super Princess Peach, but bro, they went and made Peach an actual character in this movie. People wondered about Mario's character, same for Peach, and they're going the Mario Adventure comics / Super Paper Mario route, and Peach is actually behaving like a leader. I'm gonna reference my character and plot predictions video a lot throughout, because a lot of what I talked about in that video is aging like fine wine right now. But Peach is being given this take charge demeanor. She's trying to communicate with her Toads, plan out strategies to fight Bowser. We see her in her biker suit from the Mario Kart games with a spear as she walks to Bowser's approaching castle. She's also traveling with Mario a good chunk of the movie. In this fire flower field, the Cheep Cheep Bridge, the mountains, it's not just Mario and Toad traveling around the place. And Peach is setting up these obstacle courses like in the Mario games for him to clear. Peach touching a fire flower. Fire Peach from 3D World is in this movie. I predicted fire flowers in this movie and got that right, but they're giving Peach this rebellious leadership personality with even an air of charisma. This is a Peach we rarely, very rarely get in any Mario game, usually the RPGs, and they're giving her both a legitimate personality and a bigger role than she normally gets in a lot of Mario games. Peach being given that type of personality is exactly what I predicted, but oh my god, it's just so good seeing them treat Peach like an actual character. They made Peach hype. Her design as well is very great. There's less volume in her hair compared to her game counterpart, so screenshots of her looked a little off, but in motion in this trailer, she looks adorable, gorgeous, Fire Peach looks great. Everything they're doing with Peach is fantastic. Anya's deeper take on Peach as well just works super well too. It's like with Keegan-Michael Key for Toad, it's like not as like high pitched and grating, like if they got like the main voice actors to voice them for like over an hour and a half. Like, this works very well. That and Peach is also setting up these makeshift courses for Mario to clear, and they're there till night, so I'm willing to bet this is a part of Mario's journey slash, I guess, training arc to prepare to fight Bowser with the same kind of platforms we get in the Mario games. Fake bonsai bills, fake fire bars, blocks, question blocks, mechanical piranha plants, what look like snake blocks too from the new Super Mario Bros. Games, the moving cloud platforms, the falling platforms that fall when you stand on them. It just looks cool seeing this kind of Mario level design meant as a test for Mario by Peach in a Mario movie, and it's a natural type of challenge. And we see Mario constantly get hit by everything in there and other things throughout, DK, a cheap. Like, I'm fairly sure that theme of overcoming obstacles and failure to eventually succeed is going to be a big component of Mario's arc here. Like I said in the predictions and analysis video, that thing that'll aid Mario's character while also giving the audience that relatability and resonance to Mario, while also being a nod slash reference to the games itself. Him also prepping himself up before fighting DK to get clobbered. I think that's going to take place pretty early on in the movie. The obstacle stuff where he's grinding, the time he spends adventuring with Peach and Toad. I think a lot of this is all going to tie into Mario's character arc in the film and emphasize his confidence and nonchalance until he realizes how big the world is, what he's tasked to do, and what he has to learn and achieve to overcome those obstacles, be the hero, and be the adventurer we all know that loves filling that role. And on power-ups, fire flowers are in it. Tanuki Mario from Mario 3 is in here too, flying all over the place. They're going for the Mario 3 version of it, as opposed to the 3D Land and 3D World version where Tanukis only let you flutter in the air. Mario's flying from a bonsai bill if you look closer in the trailer itself. I'm curious if he could change into a statue too, or, other question is, Superstar slash Starman in this movie, other power-ups like the Super Feather for the cape, or the Ice Flower and such. But stuff like that, the obstacle course Mario's running through, the cheap bridge, the Mario Kart segment at the end, Yoshi's Island, the Donkey Kong stuff, on top of all the leaked promo stuff and other Easter eggs. Another reason I'm probably uncomfortably excited for a lot of you right now. This movie feels like a humongous celebration and love letter to the Mario world and brand and the copious generations of Mario fans. You have all these power-ups and platforms from the first Mario game, power-ups from Mario 1 and Mario 3, Yoshi and Yoshi's Island from Mario World, his island from Yoshi's Island for Yoshi's Island fans, the penguins from Mario 64, Mario Kart and Rainbow Road, Donkey Kong and all these various Kongs in the Coliseum and at the end, including Cranky Kong, various enemies and designs we've gotten from the original Super Mario trilogy and even new Super Mario Bros. Fire Peach from 3D World, the Warp Zone at the end with pipes everywhere, Bowser's Koopa Troop, we see Goombas, Goomba Towers, Koopa Troopas, and Piranha Plants from Mario 1, but also Shy Guys, Sniffets, Swoopers, Sledge Bros, and Spinies, all from Mario's 1, 2, 3, and or World. Most of their designs matching their modern looks since New Super Mario Bros. Stuff like the blocks all over the place and pipes all over the place. Peach's Castle Gardens having these star-studded coin designs in the grass around the castle looking like the coins from Mario 64. The top-down view where Bowser's castle's flying over Peach's castle, that part of the trailer, and the Mushroom Kingdom's purple coins from Mario Odyssey too. The Cheep Bridge scene looking exactly like the Cheep Bridge levels from Super Mario Bros. 1, and the rocks in the background resembling the rocks from New Super Mario Bros. U, Sparkling Waters. The scene where Mario and Peach are on the mountaintop, kind of looking like the rock candy mines also from New Super U. Like, this movie is filled to the brim with all kinds of references and nods to all different kinds of Mario games, even Donkey Kong and Yoshi games for fans of those games as well, and it's just celebrating and acknowledging the legacy and giant world interconnected universe Mario's built up over the years, and this just looks like such a beautiful Mario movie that's trying to be big, epic, serious and whatnot. Like, it's trying as hard as it possibly can and balancing both all this fan service with weaving it into the plot, into these characters and the overall world as naturally as they can. And it just looks like it's working and firing on all cylinders, and it's amazing. And on Yoshi and DK, Yoshis are in the movie. Yoshi's Island's confirmed to be a place in the Mario movie. I predicted around like a cameo slash early role to establish the whole stork thing from Yoshi's Island, but nah, they're going all the way and placing Yoshi's Island with various Yoshis in the movie. The big thing is you see black, pink, red, yellow, and light blue Yoshis. there's no green Yoshi anywhere. So I'm willing to bet green Yoshi may be the only green Yoshi of the Yoshis, like an outcast, or they do make the whole Stork Yoshi's Island connection, and we see him deliver Baby Mario and Baby Luigi home to either the Mushroom Kingdom or New Donk City or something, and that takes place. I'll touch on the leaked art stuff in a while, I'll let you know, but that's my guess. Either way, Yoshis are in this movie, they look cute and cool, I love how much they're putting into this world for the film. That's another thing too. This is a massive, giant, lived in, fresh world that feels lived in, that feels alive and real. It's just amazing. Yoshi's Island's a whole island here. Donkey Kong has his whole island looking at the map here. The Mushroom Kingdom's its own thing. The Ice Kingdom with the penguins that got taken over by Bowser as well. There's a Sand Kingdom not far away. Who knows whether it's Sarasaland and Daisy, whether or not she's in the film, or if it's more of a safer, generic desert world or not. That's completely up in the air now after Yoshi, but all of that, Peach trying to lead her kingdom, and the Toads, the promo art, like, this movie's selling so hard how real and lived in the whole Mario world is, and how much lore they're reestablishing with this movie. I love that so much. Every single side character is great. There's a plethora of Kongs and a Coliseum at the beginning, as well as the end with the Mario Kart segment. It's all a giant world that has branched communities, islands, and such, and all of their actions affect one another. That's why they're banding together against Bowser. Again, it's just amazing seeing this kind of world building. You really mainly get only from the RPGs mostly. Some in Sunshine and Odyssey as well, but mainly the RPGs. Speaking of Donkey Kong, also loving a lot what they're doing with him and the whole Kong tribe. The Gladiator Coliseum bout was also both funny and cool. You had the Donkey Kong girders from the arcade game when Mario charges at DK, seeing him beat up Mario in a comedic fashion was funny as well. But Donkey Kong has an island at the end with the Mario Kart segment. Funky Kong's there, Chunky, supposedly Dixie's there too. We also see Cranky Kong in this Aztec King outfit that also lines up with the temple architecture Donkey Kong Country Returns establishes too. But that's also just like a cool look and vibe for the Kong tribe, to be honest. DK's design also trying to be this mix between the arcade Donkey Kong and modern Donkey Kong. They did a fantastic job. He looks incredible. I think Seth Rogen's going to do this version of DK justice, as we've seen with basically everyone else and their respective voice actors and actresses. Also, Omega curious to see how much aid the Kong tribe will have to the Mushroom Kingdom against Bowser as well. We also see, again, Bowser's Koopa Troop mess around at the castle, all those enemies I listed off before. I love what they're doing with the Koopa Troop, to where some of them even have these distinct designs and apparel, some of the paratroopers, one at least being blue, having a spiky shell, like the blue shell from Mario Kart 2, and Bowser does kidnap Luigi at some point, so that begs the question of, is Luigi gonna escape and break out of Bowser's castle at some point, or do Luigi and Mario get separated that early in the film? Because in the end, we see Mario try to latch onto Luigi as they're going through, my guess, a warp zone, because you do see pipes, but I'm willing to bet they get separated at that point as well. Luigi's captured by Bowser. Bowser's looking for a mustachioed, overalls-wearing guy that happens to look like Luigi. Luigi's line about that as Bowser tugs a mustache hair is funny. Bowser's still being as well written as before, and that's the other thing I went over last time too. The other characters treating Bowser as a genuine, scary, serious threat. Bowser also looking and acting intimidating a good chunk throughout all these trailers thus far. They're still doing Bowser justice. Jack Black is as well, but it's also great to see and feel Jack Black's not going to carry this movie alone. Because going back to the Luigi mustache stuff, a lot of the humor thus far has been hitting this movie. Like, a lot of the humor kind of hits, I'm not even gonna lie. Between the slapstick with these cartoony characters and all the squash and stretch animation and how great that looks, Mario getting bopped in that obstacle course, DK bopping him, the Toads asking how are they gonna fight when we're so adorable, the Cheep Cheep latching onto Mario's face as Peach is struggling to get it off him too. Like, none of the humor thus far is rubbing me the wrong way, and is ranging from solid and decent to like actually very funny. You saw how much I died at the Cheep Cheep thing. How he tugged on Mario's face, Peach trying to pull it off. That shit killed me, but it's between both it latching on to Mario, Peach's face, and her trying so hard to get it off of him, but it was also seeing the bridge, and it's that iconic level from Mario 1 with the background of that one world from New Super Mario Bros. U. But either way, a lot of the humor's working. A lot of the action's working as well. It does look like there's bound to be plenty of actual, legitimate, and solid action in the film too. I'm really looking forward to that. And once again, the visual spectacle alone That alone's enough for Mario fans to go nuts, because this movie looks incredibly gorgeous. The aesthetic of all these worlds and the individual hyper-realistic details, right down to the character designs, everything about this movie visually, utterly beautiful. And between that and everything else I described about the movie, it's hard to believe this is still an Illumination movie. Visually, narratively, comedically, it's firing on so many cylinders right now. And we still have to remember, Nintendo did probably strong-arm plenty of choices behind it, but this is an Illumination movie still. And this might be a good time to bring up the promotional art, because almost immediately after they dropped that art of the interior of Peach's castle, the stairs leading up to her throne, so much promo art and posters got leaked after that. Skip to this timestamp to avoid all the leak talk so you don't want to be spoiled at all. And it's ironic given Mario and Luigi are plumbers and all, but this art, all these art of all the characters and poses, singular, and a whole poster of all of them, Mario and Luigi in literal Brooklyn, New York. Leaks went insane last night. I'll do the one officially tweeted first, because we gotta look at the interior of Peach's castle, the giant gorgeous stained glass of Peach like in the games. The decor is very similar to the decor from Super Mario Odyssey, but also the side windows are stained glass of the clouds from Mario 1, and the bulbs on the lights on the sides look a lot like the fire flowers specifically from Super Mario World. Again, just that level of detail and presentation is great like everything else. There's also this van one where Mario and Luigi are standing in front of their plumbing van on a street labeled Brooklyn. Brooklyn is a place in the Mario world. I don't know if it's actually Brooklyn, New York, if it's just the street named Brooklyn, if it's Brooklyn, New Donk City or something. Brooklyn's here though. You got that Super Show representation alongside something I'll bring up in a bit. But Mario and Luigi have a plumbing van doing their plumber business. In the trailer we see Mario look at a sink faucet and him and Luigi fist bump in a city too. Pauline's right there in the background on the right. She is right there. She's in the movie. There's other humans wandering about. Pauline prediction I got right, but there's other actual humans! There's other humans in the Mario world, just like living around. And it's more humans than just Mario, Luigi, and Pauline. It's more of that lore, world building stuff I just love. Pauline being in the film is a great thing to see, confirmed too. I do firmly believe the whole thing of Mario and Luigi going into a pipe leading into a warp zone to where they get to the Mushroom Kingdom is still gonna happen. And it's all just this one massive world. Not the real world being separate from the Mushroom Kingdom as we see, but also the aesthetic in the city is near one-to-one with New Donk cities too, so I feel like it's going to eventually become New Donk at the very least, going off the events of Mario Odyssey happening long after Donkey Kong, but it's also surreal just seeing Brooklyn's confirmed officially to be where Mario and Luigi live in, at least for a time. Where they're first dropped off, / grew up, / born in is tricky, given Yoshi's Island lore, and that's in the movie. But that also need to see the new Super Mario Bros. Font on their logo of the van and the official game Mario alongside movie Mario. There are title cards for the characters as well. Toad's I Fear Nothing, Peach with She Can Do Anything, Luigi with a You Just Got Luigi'd. That's definitely going to be a meme. Mario's got one for him and one of him and Luigi where the Mario Brothers, Mario's singular card titled Plumber's Our Game, where the Mario Brothers and Plumber's a game. We're not like the others who get all the fame. You think is in trouble, you could call us on the double. We're faster than the others, you'll be hooked on the brothers. There's Super Show representation in this movie. They're rebooting what the Super Show established. There's no actual shot. They're not putting that theme song in the movie, nor Mario doing the Mario, the dance doing the Mario, swing your arms from side to side, come on, it's time to go do the Mario. I'm willing to bet the theme song is a commercial for the Mario Bros. Plumbing service, and the Do the Mario is the end credits. That's my new prediction, but also new Charles Martinet prediction since he's cameoing in this movie. I'm predicting he's either A, going to voice this human character in Brooklyn / New Donk, and it's going to look like him. He'll voice him. And or B, that commercial for the Mario Bros. Plumbing service, and Charles will actually sing that theme song in the commercial as Mario and Luigi. Either one of those or both is going to happen in the film. That's my guess. Which plenty of them are looking to be happening in the film, it seems. But yeah, high comparison charts, Bowser always looking much larger than everyone else as he usually does. This promo art of all the main Mario characters, them recreating the new Super Mario Bros. Pose on Mario, and I'm fairly sure it's new Super Mario Bros. For Bowser. It's an old render they recreated. come Mario Party 10. Now they're doing it again with the movie style. Everyone looks great. Yeah, dude, it's incredibly hard to describe how much I'm so looking forward to this movie. Peach literally mentions how it's a big universe out there with a lot of galaxies. There's no shot this movie's gonna do a Super Mario Galaxy-centric sequel after she says that. That has to literally be a foreshadow for a sequel film. With everything else this movie already has, that next movie's gotta be Galaxy-themed. There's gotta be either a Luma or a Rosalina Easter egg in a post-credit scene at the end of the film. There's no way that's not in the movie now. The whole Mario Kart Rainbow Road segment, I'm willing to bet's either a segment in the middle of the film, where the gang make their way to a destination, whether it's Bowser's Castle or somewhere else, or more probable, the segment before the credits. Either way, that was a beautiful segment and a whole homage to Mario Kart. I can't wait for April now. So much Mario world building, so much Mario lore, so much Mario representation, Yoshi's Island representation, Donkey Kong representation. Everyone's design looks so good. There's Mario references and goodies galore, big, in your face, and small and easy to miss. Mario has a blue mini turbo spark when he drifts on Rainbow Road, just like in Mario Kart. I really need to see this movie. There's no reason for me to not see it. Like, it's giving everyone a legitimate character, personality, and interactive role. Peach being in that group, everyone's designed, written, characterized extremely well so far. The writing and comedy thus far is solid and entertaining. The plot seems great and feels like it has stakes, this epic, serious feel to it, while still managing to evoke the same cartoony, non-serious nature a lot of Mario games have. The world building's insane and incredible. The lore building's insane and incredible thus far. The references and the presentation and CGI and level of detail is beyond incredible and gorgeous. Like, after that trailer, I feel like there's no reason for you to not go see this movie if you like Mario in any form, you know what I mean? This is the most anticipated thing I am looking out for next year, and you can bet I am organizing to see this with a lot more people than the 20-ish I saw Sonic 2 with. And you can bet I'm reviewing this movie shortly after it comes out too. Likely I'm actually going to see it twice or 3 times, not even kidding. Why do you guys put up with me? The insane level of fanboyism and excitement has to have gotten on at least a couple of you guys' nerves. Like, come on. But yeah, I gotta let it all out. The Super Mario Bros. Movie is going stupid hard when both it didn't need to, and when a lot of us weren't anticipating it to do so. And I couldn't be any happier it is, as everything looks incredible as a Mario fan, and even for an average moviegoer that's not big on Mario at all, I'd have to imagine this seems like a decent enough movie for that crowd at least. For me though, I'm so excited, dude. This movie's gonna slap so hard. It's going so hard. I'm so excited, dude. It's definitely gonna be a fun movie. I'm willing to believe it'll be a major influence to attract new Mario fans, bring back older fans, and influence more game-to-film adaptations. I'm gonna go work out and blow off the rest of this jitteriness and crazed hype. Let me get off your screens right now. Thank you very much for listening and watching and putting up with my Mario fanboyism as always. You already know I have Mario content as it suits my channel name. I'ma go. Stay super. We're in the best timeline for this movie, bro. Oh my god.
Yo.